Welcome to African Political Arena. Now, the spirit of the freedom fighter in Africa is actually alive and kicking. It's across Africa. In sub-Saharan Africa, it started in Kenya. President William Ruto, who was once a darling to the people of Kenya, was almost removed from office. The people of Kenya said that if he was not lying, he was actually flying. And after that demonstrations, he reduced foreign travels, and because that was actually wastage of public funds. The other thing he did, we started seeing some development in Kenya, like the stadiums and so many other few things which are not there before demonstrations. If you look at what is happening in Africa across, you go to a nation like Cameroon, who had their elections that just the other day. If you look at what is happening in Africa, honestly, Africans are right now tired. They are tired. They are not going to entertain these people, that is the people they've given the mandate to lead them, to waste their time and money doing the wrong things. They fought for their independence. They fought their colonizers without even weapons. Just like that, they fought until they were liberated. So that spirit is awake. If you look at what is going on from West Africa to now East Africa to South Africa to everywhere, the spirit is actually awake. And the people who are actually in leadership, especially the presidents of Africa, they ought to be very careful. They must stop what they are doing, like the increment of their term in offices, because people are just tired. The time Africans used to give these people mandate to lead them, then what they do, they misuse they take taxes and put it in the wrong things. Corruption everywhere in Africa, wastages of public funds. People are just tired. Dictatorship, like what is going on in Tanzania, a nation which is known to be so peaceful. People are on the streets demonstrating against the leadership of the president Samia Suluhu Hassan. These people must start doing the right thing. Look at South Africa, a nation which was led by one Mandela, and it used to be so high up there. But President Ramaphosa is busy flying from one nation to the other. He's busy trying even to fix other nations' issues, like what he was doing between Israel and Palestine, instead of fixing the issues affecting the good people of South Africa. Their neighbors, Zimbabwe, the president who came into power in around 2018 after Mugabe was actually removed through a coup, President Mnangagwa is busy trying to increase his term. He's busy looking for ways and means to ensure that he remains in office even beyond his term. That is what they are doing. Look at what is going on in Cameroon. A whole nation being led by somebody who is 92 years old, honestly. What is this, honestly? And the person wants to remain in power until the very end. What they do is the same. They get into these offices. They promise us goodies. They end up not doing that. Instead, they look for ways and means to remain in office until their death. A president who is 92 and want to remain in power forever. But people are now saying, no, you will not do that. For 43 years, he has led Cameroon. That is Paul Biya. He has led Cameroon. He has not done much, yet he wants to stick in that office. Greed for power. Look at the other nation, Museveni. 40 years in leadership of Uganda. Dictatorship is the order of the day. People being abducted right, left, and center. Nothing much on development, yet he wants to remain in power forever. That is what we are saying no to. Like I said earlier, the spirit of the freedom fighters, because most of these freedom fighters actually died. expecting nothing much. They fought for their nations, not expecting much, but they needed liberation. They needed liberty for Africa. They fought. So many Africans, look at what is happening. They try to cross over to the other side of Europe through Mediterranean Sea, looking for greener pastures, simply because Africa is not giving them what they want. There are no jobs in Africa. And Africa has even natural resources. Look at a nation like Nigeria. They produce oil. A nation like Nigeria, they have River Niger, a river which has a lot of water, can produce electricity for the whole of Africa. But what is going on there? Simply because of bad leadership. Nigerians are moving from one nation to the other, not because they love traveling, not because they don't love their nation. Nigeria is not giving them what they need, but they have gone to school, they are educated. They are educated, but there are no jobs in their nation simply because their government has refused to fix the issues. No job creation, no employment. Africa just importing. We have leaders who don't think about unemployment. They import everything instead of thinking of how they can actually have some of these industries in Africa to create jobs for the youths. That is not what they're doing. So many nations in Africa, they have even water, yet they cannot even do farming because sometimes rain fails, but they cannot even drill dams to assist the people to do farming. They cannot do that. They are busy being guarded like small gods. One president being guarded by over 80 personnel. What are we doing, honestly? And that spirit is not going to stop. It is moving across Africa, and all Africans are now waking up. And I'm happy because what is going on, if for instance a nation like Tanzania, you cannot speak much. The neighbors like Kenya, they speak on their behalf, they speak about those issues. If you fear maybe the president will come for you, as from Tanzania, the neighbors will do that. I'm so happy to see South Africans speak about what is going on in Cameroon. I'm so happy to see Nigerians speak about what is going on in Uganda and Tanzania. That is what we need, because if we remain silent, then these people will continue. For instance, corruption everywhere. Show me any nation in Africa where corruption is zero, or where the government is trying much to ensure that corruption is actually down. None. Show me a nation which is looking for ways and means to create jobs for the people, apart from a nation like Burkina Faso under Traore, who is really doing a lot to ensure that Burkina Faso is better. I've also seen the president of Zambia, Hakainde Hichilema. He is trying his level best to ensure that Zambia is a good place. You can follow that nation, what they are doing. Zambia, they are trying, that guy is doing great. I will do another video concerning what President Hichilema Hakainde is actually doing, because we must push these people to do the right thing. Otherwise, we will continue languishing in poverty as they continuously tax us and use that money to do the wrong things. Kindly let me know what you think on the comment section, especially if you're an African. When you see something wrong, please speak about it, because you might think I will not speak about Zambia simply because that is not my nation. That if there's something wrong happening in Zambia, it will escalate to the neighbor, that is Zimbabwe, and all other neighbors. East Africa will not be safe. Africa will not be safe. We are pushing for a better Africa for all of us. We are tired of this shame that if somebody is asked from anywhere, which is the poorest continent, they will actually, without blinking, they'll speak about Africa. We are tired. We are tired, and we are up. The spirit of the freedom fighters who fought for this continent is actually awake and kicking and doing wonders. Kindly let me know what you think on the comment section. Kindly like my video, share and also subscribe. Thanks a lot.